Good morning, dear students. We resume the same class. Last session I taught Avogadro's hypothesis. Once again, I am going to recall Avogadro's hypothesis. This contains equal volume. All the three boxes contains equal volume. I filled different gases, one in hydrogen and one in oxygen and another one in nitrogen. So, equal volume is equal volume of all the gases at the condition of the same temperature and pressure. Here, in what temperature the box is kept? This box is kept, the same temperature is maintained for these two also. So, the temperature and pressure is the same. So, equal volume of all the gases at the same temperature and pressure contains same number of molecules, Here we are getting 5 molecules means here also contains 5 molecules, here also contains 5 molecules. So, if the volume is equal means the number of molecules also equal, that is Avogadro's hypothesis. Only the condition is that should be measured in same temperature and pressure. So, equal volume of all the gases under the condition of same temperature and pressure contains the same number of molecules, that is Avogadro's hypothesis. Next we are going to see application of Avogadro hypothesis. What are the applications? How it is useful to us? First one, it explains Gay-Lussac's law effectively, and then it is used to find out the atomicity of elementary gases. Atomicity means the number of atoms in a molecule. For example, this is one molecule of nitrogen, this contains 2 atoms. This is one molecule of nitrogen, but it contains 2 atoms. So, the number of atoms in one molecule, is atomicity. So, what is atomicity? The number of atoms in one molecule is atomicity. So, it is used to find out the atomicity of elementary gases, and then it is used to derive molecular formula of elementary gases. For example, what is the molecular formula of nitrogen molecule? N2, oxygen molecule H2, oxygen molecule O2, and hydrogen molecule H2 and oxygen molecule O2, chlorine gas Cl2. So, it is used to derive molecular formulae of elementary gases, that is the third point, and it also gives the gram molar volume of gases. Gram molar volume of gas is 22.4 liter at STP. STP means standard temperature and pressure. So, it gives gram molar volume of gases at STP. The gram molar volume of gas at STP is 22.4 liter, and it gives the relationship between relative molecular mass and vapor density. So, it gives a relationship between relative molecular mass. RMM means relative molecular mass and VD means vapor density. It gives the relationship between relative molecular mass and vapor density. Once again, what are the points we have obtained from the applications of Avogadro law? First point, it explains Gay-Lussac's law effectively, and it is used to it helps to find out the atomicity of elementary gases. It derives the molecular formulae of elementary gases, and it gives the molar volume of gas at STP. What is the molar volume of gases? 22.4 liter at standard temperature and pressure, and then it gives the relationship between relative molecular mass and vapor density. Now, I am going to explain how relative molecular mass is related with vapor density. How we are going to relate relative molecular mass with the vapor density we are going to derive. This is very important 4 mark question as well as 7 mark question. It may ask in 4 mark as well as in 7 mark, but it is very important question. So, if you listen the class without looking at the book, you can derive. It is very simple and easy. Only thing is your concentration is very important. If you concentrate on the particular thing, definitely you can come out with a proper understanding. Now, I am going to relate these two things. First, relative molecular mass, RMM. Relative molecular mass. is defined as the, you know that divide is defined in another term, that is ratio. So, relative molecular mass is defined as the ratio, In numerator, what I am going to write means, what is the last term here? Mass. This is the last term is a mass. Therefore, mass of, what is the previous term? Molecular. Instead of molecular, I am going to write one molecule. Mass of one molecule of gas or vapor. Mass of one molecule of gas or vapor to mass of one atom of hydrogen. So, once again I will explain how to write. Relative molecular mass is defined as this line indicates ratio I told. So, this is ratio of, you pick out the first term from the last word, mass of one molecule of gas or vapor. When you are coming to the numerator or denominator side, you should add the word in definition 2 alone, to the mass of one atom of a hydrogen. So, while you are writing as this is formula method, when you are writing as a definition, that will be very easy by writing this. Relative molecular mass is defined as the ratio of mass of one molecule of gas or vapor to the mass of one atom of a hydrogen. So, this is the definition of a relative molecular mass. Next, we are going to write vapor density. Vapor density is defined as the ratio of this vapor instead of vapor, you can remind it as a volume. Anyhow, in this derivation, all the terms contains mass. Therefore, mass of n volume of gas or vapor at STP. At STP means standard temperature and pressure. At STP, standard temperature and pressure. So, mass of n volume of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of n volume of hydrogen. So, this is the definition. How to write as a definition? This is formula method. How to write as definition? Vapor density is defined as the ratio of mass of certain. Instead of n, we have to the n should be replaced by the word certain. So, vapor density is defined as the ratio between mass of certain volume of gas or vapor at a standard temperature and pressure to mass of the same volume. Here you have to use the same volume of hydrogen. When you are writing as a definition. If you are taking here 2 volume means here also you have to take a 2 volume. If you are taking here 3 volume means here also you have to take a 3. So, that is the word certain and same. So, vapor density is defined as the ratio of mass of certain volume of gas or vapor at a standard temperature and pressure to the mass of a same volume of a hydrogen. Then, according to Avogadro law, the volume should be replaced by molecule. Therefore, mass of, instead of n molecule, I am going to write 1 molecule. Mass of 1 molecule of gas or vapor applying Avogadro law. After applying Avogadro law, the volume should be replaced by, I have taken here as one volume, here also one volume. Therefore, the volume, applying Avogadro law, we can replace the word by the word molecule. Therefore, mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor to the mass of a one molecule of a hydrogen. And then you know that one molecule of hydrogen contains two atoms. Since hydrogen is diatomic, molecule, it is a diatomic molecule. One hydrogen molecule contains two atoms. Therefore, instead of one molecule I am writing two atoms. So, what is the change in denominator? Mass of, no, there is no change in numerator. As it is, I am going to write mass of a one molecule of a gas or vapor mass of a two atoms of hydrogen. And then this 2 I am bringing to this side, that means the left hand side, therefore 2 into Vd. Therefore, what will remain there? Mass of one molecule of gas or vapor to the mass of one atom of hydrogen. This is nothing but RMM. So, the same RMM we are getting. Therefore, 2 into Vd is equal to RMM, or half of the Rm. Vd is equal to half of Rm. So, in this way we can relate relative molecular mass with a vapor density. So, relative molecular mass is defined as the ratio between mass of one molecule of gas or vapor to the mass of one atom of hydrogen, and vapor density is nothing but ratio between mass of a certain volume of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of the same volume of a hydrogen. Here I have taken n volume. Again I am going to replace the n by 1. Therefore, one volume and one volume. After applying Avogadro law, the one volume is replaced by the word one molecule. Therefore, mass of one molecule of gas or vapor to the mass of one molecule of a hydrogen. Since hydrogen is higher diatomic means one molecule contains two atoms. So, instead of one molecule I am going to write two atoms of hydrogen. This 2 I am taking to the left hand side. Therefore, 2 into Vd is equal to mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor to the mass of one atom of hydrogen. This is nothing but RMM. Therefore, 2 into Vd is equal to RMM, or Vd is equal to half of a RMM. That is all. This is the relationship between vapor density and relative molecular mass. Now, we are going to see the problems based on number of moles and mass, atomic mass, molecular mass, molecules or atoms, number of molecules or atoms, or volume is given. See, these 4 formulae are very important to solve the problems in this lesson. So, this 4 is very important, that is why I boxed it. Number of moles, all this are the formulae for a number of moles. Number of moles is equal to mass, given mass divided by atomic mass, or mass divided by molecular mass. For the element we should use atomic mass. For example, I will explain that later. For the element we have to use atomic mass. If the molecule is given there, means we have to use mass divided by molecular mass. If the number of molecules or atoms are given, means number of molecules or atoms or particles or ions, whatever may be, molecule, atoms, ions, particles, anything. Number of molecules or atoms or Ions are particles divided by overhead number 6.023 in 10 to the power 23 or given volume divided by 22.4. These are the formulae for number of moles. By relating two formulae, many problems are worked out. We will see. First one, number of moles. This is the question. Number of moles we have to find by using mass and volume. Okay, in some of the problem mass is given, in some of the problems volume is given. So by using the data mass and volume, how to find out the number of moles. So the boxed thing that is boxed is the question. We have to find out the number of moles. First question, 46 gram of sodium. Already I told element, only the element is given there means we have to use the first formula. Sodium is not a compound, that is element. Okay, single element. So for the element we have to use this formula, mass divided by atomic mass. What is the atomic mass of sodium? Here it is. Atomic mass of sodium is 23. That's why I have boxed it some of the elements and their atomic mass. Okay, hydrogen 1, carbon 12, nitrogen 14, oxygen 16, sodium 23, sulfur 32, chlorine 35.5, aluminium 27. These are all very important while I am solving the problem. So this you have to memorize because the problem is compulsory. 32, question number 32 and question number 22 is compulsory question. These two questions will be covering only problem, no other question will be asked instead of problem. So understanding to solve the problem is very important. First question, 46 gram of sodium. Already I told what we have to find out, number of moles. Number of moles we have to find, 46 gram of sodium. Sodium is element. For the case of element only this formula we have to use. Therefore number of moles is equal to mass divided by atomic mass. What is the mass given here? 46. And what is the atomic mass of sodium? Atomic mass of sodium, here it is, sodium is 23. Therefore 46 divided by 23, cancelling that we will be getting 2 moles. So this is the first one. Second one, 5.6 liters of oxygen. Liters, if the unit is liters means that is nothing but volume. The unit is given as liters means that is nothing but a volume. So 5.6 liters of oxygen is given. 5.6 liters volume is given. So regarding volume, which is the formula for finding the number of moles? Volume divided by 22.4. Therefore number of moles is equal to given volume divided by 22.4. How much volume is given? 5.6. 5.6 divided by 22.4. When we are cancelling that, we will be getting 1.4, that is nothing but 0.25 mole. And then next one, 12.046 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of iron. Atoms of iron. So regarding the atoms, which is the formula? Number of molecules or atoms divided by overhead number. This is the formula for finding the number of moles. Therefore number of moles is equal to number of atoms divided by overhead number. So what is the given number of atoms? 12.046 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. 10 to the power 23, 10 to the power 23 cancelled. And 6 how many times in 12? 2 times. Therefore 2 moles. So the number of moles in 12.046 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of iron is nothing but how many moles? 2 moles. So these are the 3 formulae for finding the number of moles from the mass and volume. Mass, volume and the number of atoms are given means how to find out the number of moles. Next we are going to find out mass from mole. We are going to find out mass from number of moles given. Here 0.3 mole of aluminum is given. Aluminum means which formula we have to use? Mass divided by atomic mass, because aluminum is element. If single element is mentioned here means we have to use this formula, mass divided by atomic mass, because aluminum is a single element. Okay. Therefore, we have to use mass divided by atomic mass. What we have to find, what is given there? 0.3 mole. They are asking mass. Mole is given, number of mole is given, mass they are asking. Therefore, mass is equal to number of moles into atomic mass. What is the atomic mass of aluminum? See, I have written there what is the atomic mass of aluminum? 27. Therefore, 0.3 into 27. 7 3s are 21, balance 2, 2 3s are 6, 6 plus 2, 8. After decimal 1 digit, therefore 8.1, this much a gram. When we are writing mass, the unit gram is very important. Therefore 8.1 gram. And then next one, 22.4 liters of sulfur dioxide. So liters means what is the given one? Given one is a volume. What we have to find? Mass. Is there any formula relating mass and what is sulfur dioxide means? That is a compound, that means molecule. Therefore, these two we have to equalize. Volume is given, they are asking mass. Since sulfur dioxide is a compound, this is not element, this is compound. So, molecular mass we have to use. Therefore, mass divided by molecular mass, volume divided by 22.4. These two we have to equate. So, by equating that we can find out the mass. Mass divided by molecular mass is equal to volume divided by 22.4. Now we have to find out only mass. What is the molecular mass of sulfur dioxide? Sulfur 32 plus 2 into 16 is 32. Therefore 32 plus 32 64. This is the molecular mass of sulfur dioxide. Therefore mass is equal to, what is the given volume? 22.4 divided by 22.4 into, what is the molecular mass we have found? 64. So, these two are getting cancelled, 64 gram. This is the mass of 22.4 liters of sulfur dioxide. And then next we have to find out 1.51. Then molecules, number of molecules given there, we have to find out the mass. We know that molecule, this is molecule, so we have to use for finding the mass, this formula we have to use. Mass divided by molecular mass. And then molecule is given there means number of molecules is this formula. So these two we have to equate. So when we are equalizing these two, mass divided by molecular mass is equal to number of molecules divided by our hidden number 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. What is the molecular mass of water? H2O, 2 hydrogen, therefore 2 into 1 plus 1 oxygen, therefore 18. This is the molecular mass of water. We have to find out mass. Therefore, mass is equal to number of molecules, how much it is given? 1.51. 1.51 divided by into 10 to the power 23. 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. This molecular mass I am bringing this side, therefore it will come to the multiplication side. What is the molecular mass of water? 18. So 10 to the power 23, 10 to the power 23 getting cancelled, and here 1.51. 1.51 it will be approximately 4 times. 4 times here, therefore 18 divided by 4. 18 divided by 4, how you will be dividing? How many times? 4 times. 16, balance 2, 0.05 times. Therefore, how much gram? 4.5 gram. And then next one, glucose. Glucose molecular mass is 180. Molecular formula is C6H12O6. C6H12O6. 6 into 12, 1 into 12, 6 into 16. Multiplying that, when you are adding that, you will be getting 180. Therefore, how much glucose is given? Now we are going to find out the mass of 5 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of glucose. And for that, we have to understand glucose is a molecule. Therefore, we have to use this formula, mass divided by molecular mass. And related with the number of moles, which is the formula? Number of molecules or atoms divided by Avogadro number. So, these two we have to equate. Therefore, mass divided by molecular mass is equal to number of molecules divided by Avogadro number. This formula we have to use. These two formulae we have to use. First we have to find out the molecular mass of glucose. What is the formula for glucose? C6H12O6. Therefore, 6 into how many carbon atoms? 6 carbon atoms. What is atomic mass of one carbon? 12. Therefore, 6 into 12 plus how many hydrogen atoms? 12. One hydrogen atom mass is 1. Therefore, 1 into 12. 12 into 1 plus oxygen atom. How many oxygen atoms? 6 oxygen atom. What is the mass of one oxygen atom? 16. So, when we are multiplying and adding this, we will be getting 180. This is the molecular mass of glucose. And then we have to find out the mass alone. Therefore, mass alone you keep it here. Molecular mass you can bring that side. Therefore, mass is equal to, what is the number of molecules given? 5 into 10 to the power 23 and 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 into what is the molecular mass? 180. Approximately we can divide this. 10 to the power 23, 10 to the power 23 is getting cancelled. 6, how many times it will be there? 3 times, therefore 30. Therefore 5 into 30, 150. This is approximate value, not accurate value. Therefore 150 gram. This is approximately. You can write in approx. That is understood. They will be giving marks to you. Full mark you will be getting. Even if you did, if you give approximate value, if you have written in bracket approx, you will be getting full mark. So, next we are going to find out number of molecules in 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide. So, they are asking number of molecules. Which is the formula? Contains number of molecules. This is the formula, number of molecules divided by Avogadro number, and 11.2 liters means that is related with volume. Therefore, volume divided by 22.4. This two we have to equate. What we have to find out? For finding the number of molecules, we have to use these two formulae. So, number of molecules divided by Avogadro number is equal to, what is the given volume? 11.2. 11.2 divided by 22.4. Therefore, next we have to find out number of molecules. Number of molecules is equal to 11.2 divided by 22.4. The denominator I am bringing that side. Therefore, 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Cancelling that, we will be getting 2 times here. When we are dividing this by 2, 3.011 into 10 to the power 23. This much of molecules, will remain there in 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide. And next we have to find out number of moles in 54 gram of water. Water is a molecule. You should understand that water is a molecule. So regarding molecule, which is the formula? Mass divided by molecular mass. And what is given there? 54 gram. They are asking number of moles. Regarding number of moles, this is the formula. Water is given there. So water is nothing but compound. So we have to use a molecular mass. So these two we have to equate. Okay. We have to find out number of moles, So first we have to write this formula. Number of molecules divided by Avogadro number is equal to mass divided by molecular mass. Already I told how to find out the molecular mass of water. 2 hydrogen will be there, therefore 2 hydrogen, 2 into 1A plus 1 oxygen is there, therefore 1 into 16, 16, therefore 18 gram. This is the molecular mass of water. Okay, we have to find out the number of molecules. Therefore, number of molecules is equal to, what is the mass given there? 54 gram. And what is the molecular mass of water? 18 into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. How many 18 will be there? 36, then 3 times. Therefore, 3 into 16, 3 3s are 9, 2 3s are 6, 0, 3 8s 18. 18 pointers. We have to always write a scientific value with 1 decimal place. Therefore, what we have to write? 1.8609 into 10 to the power 24. With 1 decimal place. We should not write with 2 decimal place. Always we should write with 1 decimal place. Therefore, 1.8069 into 10 to the power 24. And next, number of atoms in oxygen and carbon in 5 moles of carbon dioxide. 1 mole of carbon dioxide. 1 mole of carbon dioxide contains 1 carbon, 2 oxygen. Therefore, 5 mole of carbon dioxide contains 5 carbon, 5 into 2, 10 oxygen. They are asking number of atoms. They are asking number of atoms. Therefore, number of atoms in 5 gram of carbon dioxide, 5 gram of carbon is equal to 5 into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. 5 3s are 15, balance 1, 2 5s are 10 plus 1, 11, balance 1, 5 6 are 12. 6 5s are 30. After decimal 3 digits 1, 2, 3, 3 digits into 10 to the power 23. We have to write with 1 decimal place. So, therefore, 3.0115 into 10 to the power 24. This much number of atoms of carbon in 5 moles of carbon dioxide. And then number of atoms of 10 gram of oxygen in 5 moles of carbon dioxide. Ten into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Just we can add in a power. Therefore, 6.023 into 10 to the power 24. This much of atoms in 5 moles of this is the number of atoms of oxygen. Number of atoms of oxygen in 5 moles of carbon dioxide. Now we are going to find How to calculate volume? How to find out volume if the number of moles are given? 2.5 moles of carbon dioxide is given there. From this we have to find out the volume. So relating with moles, number of moles is given, they are asking volume. Therefore volume is equal to number of moles. Volume is equal to number of moles into 22.4. How much moles is given? 2.5. 2.5 into 22.4. Just to multiply 22.4 into 25. 5 4s are 20, balance 2. 5 2s are 10 plus 2, 12, balance 1. 5 2s are 10 plus 1, 11. Then 8, 4, adding that 0, 10, 6, 5. After decimal, 2 digits are there. Therefore, cancelling that 56 letters. Next, 3.011 into 10 to the power 23 ammonia gas molecules are given. Ammonia gas molecules are given. We have to find out the volume. So, number of molecules given, they are asking volume. These two we have to equate. What we are going to find out? Volume. Therefore, volume divided by 22.4 is equal to number of molecules divided by Avogadro number. For finding the volume, we have to replace this term that side. Therefore, what is the number of molecules given? 3.011 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 into 22.4. Cancelling this and this, we will be getting 2 here. Therefore, 22.4 divided by 2 will be getting 11.2 liters. And next we have to find out the given is 14 gram of mass. 14 gram of mass of a nitrogen gas. Gas will not exist as an atom. Gas will not exist as an atom. It will be existing as a molecule. So we have to use this formula, mass divided by molecular mass. We have to find out the volume. Therefore we have to use these two formula. Volume divided by 22.4 is equal to mass divided by molecular mass. Volume is equal to, what is the mass given there? 14. Molecular mass of nitrogen is, nitrogen contains 2 atoms. This is a given mass. Nitrogen will exist as a molecule only. Therefore, molecular mass of nitrogen is 28. Therefore, 14 divided by 28 into 22.4. This we are getting, when we are cancelling that we will be getting 2, cancelling that we will be getting 11.2. Therefore, 11.2 liters. And next we are going to find out percentage of sulfur in sulfuric acid. For finding the percentage of sulfur in sulfuric acid, first we have to find out the molecular mass of sulfuric acid. Molecular mass of sulfuric acid. How many hydrogen atom? 2 hydrogen atom plus how many sulfur atom? 1 sulfur atom. And how many oxygen atom? Oxygen atom, 4 oxygen atom. Therefore, 2 into 1 plus 1 into 32 plus 4 into 16. 2 plus 32 plus 4 into 16, 16 into 4, 64, and we are adding that this is the molecular mass of sulfuric acid. Molecular mass of sulfuric acid. How to find out the percentage of sulfur? Mass of sulfur in sulfuric acid divided by molecular mass of sulfuric acid into 100. This is the formula. What is the mass of sulfur? 32. What is the molecular mass of sulfuric acid? 98 into 100. So cancelling that value 32.65%. So this is the percentage of sulfur in sulfuric acid. So we have seen, so far we have seen the problems regarding atoms and molecules. With this the lesson is getting over. The book back problems and all I will be solving and sending through WhatsApp. If you have any doubt, you can ask through WhatsApp regarding this problems. So stay home, be safe. Thank you.